Introducing first. In the blue corner, Ryno's sports cards. In the pink corner, the Neon Ghost. We've been over the rules. There are no rules. This is the Neon Ryno Show.
Hi, buddy.
All right, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. And we're back.
And we're back, brother. We're back.
So
It's
many,
another Monday.
so many things to talk about. First off, I got to show you something real cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of my buddies that's a wrestling nerd like us, not the guy that gave me the opening card, Uso, different guy I've known for years, gone to WWE with. He knows we're into cards. I go in and show him my cards. So, I'm taking him to the driving range for the first time the other day for his birthday. It's this dude's birthday. We get in the car and he goes, "Hey, I kind of got you something." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Well, I heard you and your guy talking about, so I found this. I think he got on eBay or something." He's like, "And I totally thought of you, so I had to get it for you." Dog, you and I are the only two that are going to appreciate this. This is why it's so sentimental. It's a Beckett 10
Okay.
on card auto, Shayna Baszler's rookie card.
Oh, sick. Oh, sick. Yeah, no, that's what hey, dude, perfect timing, right? That's
Yep,
crazy.
yep, yep.
Crazy. I that's badass. That is
Right?
badass. I'm convinced that WWE is listening to our podcast as well, because everything is coming up the Neon Rhino show on WWE right now. We're basically part of the creative team at this
Oh yeah,
point.
yeah.
They should be having us in the meetings inside the gorilla. So that's okay.
And it's like, look at you're pushing already. I'll take just sitting in the corner in the meeting. Ryan's like, no, we'll go ahead. We'll sit in gorilla.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. Get us on the monitors. I'll sit right next to Triple
Oh,
H. Like it's no big deal.
Triple H
Yeah.
versus Pippard Rhino. Let's go.
Dude, it's crazy. Yeah, we're talking about Shayna Baszler and Natty needs a push and she needs like that ruthless aggression thing. Boom, put her back in there with Shayna Baszler, going in there with the Josh Barnett stuff. Like, come
Dude,
on, man.
that's
Yeah,
gonna
and
be
then you
so
get her
awesome.
rookie card. That is
Yep.
dope. That is so sick.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we talked about,
Underappreciated stuff, bro. Like underappreciated
yeah,
cards.
yeah, yeah.
Insanely underappreciated. So, so sick.
And we a couple weeks ago we were talking about Sid not being in the Hall of Fame, and then they announced he's going in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, someone's listening.
Someone's listening.
Like
Thank
you don't
you. You
we
know
don't
what?
even
We
need
don't
royalties. We're not looking for payment. We're just
need
looking for some inside scoops, maybe getting
all we
some
need.
wrestlers on. That's all we want. Just hit us up. What's
All
up?
we want. That's right. Let's get Joe Hendry on here. I'll say his name
Oh,
and make him appear. Like that
boom.
would be so sick.
So what'd you do this weekend?
Card show Sunday. Big day in the shop Saturday. Sold a lot of vintage Pokemon in the shop. Sold out all of our vintage boxes that we had. And I say vintage. It's not, I mean, it is vintage because like XY evolution stuff. So it is older, but it's like kind of like the kids saying now, like I had my granddad's stuff and he's, from the 90s. I'm like, oof, God. So it gets older Pokemon stuff. And then yesterday was a card show in Linwood. Bought and sold same day my first like big boy Otanis. One of them, the cheapest one was $3,500, and it was like a close to like a $4,000 card. That's like the cheapest of the couple that we bought. Bought those, moved them right away because I am not used to buying such big cards to try to bring back to the shop and hang on to. So bought them, flipped them, made like $100 each card, but $100 for walking 200 feet is not bad.
Easy. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
getting PSA 10, Prism Refractor rookie Otani cards, because right now his market is obnoxiously high. For no reason. Okay, nope, not for no reason. He is a generational talent, and he's like, I'll have Tommy John, so I'll go out there and break every stolen base record and blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And then this year he's like, I think I want a Cy Young. Okay, go win a Cy Young, right? I get it, but also like his cards are to the moon. Like we're talking about like back in the day when everybody's like XRP and Doge is to the moon. It's Otani to the moon right now, and it's
Nice.
absolutely bonkers. It really is. I'm comping this man's cards, and I'm up to like 15K, and I have four cards, and I'm like, Okay, okay. And he's asking for 95%. Hey, man, with all due respect to everybody out there, I own a shop. I get it. You want 95% though? Like eBay pays 87%. Some people who are collectors will pay 95%, and I respect the crap out of all of those guys. I can't, but I did wind up buying them at like 87%, which is very high for that for paying, but it's not too high for Otani. Like that's the difference what people need to understand. Like with cards, in my opinion, all this shit's in my opinion with it. Like I'll pay the 70, 75 for low end type crap, things like that. But I'll buy high. I'll buy really high. That way people don't lose a bunch of money for their big boy cards. Now this dude back in 2020 was buying those for 20 to $30. He showed me all of his eBay receipts. He showed me everything. When I start
Jeez.
dealing in like the 15, $20,000 for the cards, I want to see some kind of like receipts. I want to see something because I don't want to buy them and then get screwed over like the police saying
Yeah.
these are all stolen cards. So yeah, he
Right.
showed me all of his eBay sheets, bro. $30 is what he was buying these cards for before Otani became Otani.
Wow.
I know.
That's a
He made out
solid
like a
investment.
bandit.
Solid investment.
Yeah.
Um, what when is the draft coming up, isn't it? Soon?
Yeah,
Ish?
it's like in a month, I believe. Yeah, yeah, it's in Pittsburgh. I know I got Bailey, hashtag free Bailey is gonna go out there to see his girlfriend, I think, and then like well his girlfriend, yeah, I'm not saying it like that, a question with that, but going out there to go to the draft as well, I think.
Nice. Nice. So being a noob card investor, and we know I do wrestling and MMA, but if I was doing football, if I watched the draft, would it be smart to pick up some of those first round draft pick cards?
Not yet. So I'm on the fence with that one. So when it goes to like college, because right now they're going to be all college uniforms. Now I'm curious of what Topps is going to do because currently it was Panini and they would do a thing they would call a box called Score. Score was the first box that would come out that would have them in their it would college uniforms, but there you can get their autographs and stuff inside of a like a big product, right? Because there's a product called Sage. They would have all the college kids and stuff. It's tough because like Fernando Mendoza, his cards are already ridiculously high, right? So like if you were gonna do it, you should have done it back before he won the national title, maybe in the
Okay.
playoff time, things like that. Now you're gonna have to wait until they get their pro uniforms, and that's gonna be through Topps. Topps will have all of that stuff when that drops. It's gonna be tough to basically purchase any of the stuff, any of those cards for those guys when it first drops. I wouldn't be opening boxes for it. I'd buy the singles. That's what I would do because
Gotcha.
trying to open up a box, Topps's product is going to drop in April, and they're going to redo the 2025 season. So 26 season will come out a few months after that once these guys are already in their uniforms and stuff.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So Panini, everything is now under Topps. What does Panini still have?
WNBA, WNBA.
Which Caitlin Clark is the big thing popping there.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark, Paige Beckers, Angel Reese. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few Asia Wilson. There's quite a few girls that are popping off with the WNBA. The WNBA is strong, dude. Did you see what I pulled on
Yeah. Yeah.
Saturday?
Yep.
Talk
Yeah.
about talk about strong, bro. So pulled it. So one of our good customers, Ben Rippin. I told him, hey, I got WNBA, case in there, blah blah blah, talking about like the case hit's gonna be still live for you. Comes in, rips the case hit. He hits a kaboom Sue Bird out of the box. And I'm telling Bailey earlier that morning, I was like, bro, I'm hitting the Caitlin Clark auto today. And we're looking it up on eBay, like which one, like kind of joking around with each other. And I was like, dude, the one with like the one where she's wearing the Kobe's. I was like, those ones would be sick. It's kind of like a case hit without being a case hit. And sure enough, man, I open up the box. Caitlin Clark out of 99 on card auto wearing the freaking orange and yellow Kobe's. Whew.
Yes.
I post that on Instagram. I must have got 6 DMs. I don't know who pulled that, but I'm a buyer. I'm like, yo, I pulled that. And then just so happened to be my buddy Sam. He's like, I'll be in Linwood tomorrow if you want to bring it. Brought it cash in hand.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
dude.
So they have WNBA. What who
Yep.
makes the Sky Metal box?
Upper deck.
Okay.
Yeah, so Upper Deck, and then yeah, so Panini. I don't know what else they're gonna have to be honest with you, because like the license is gone, and like Topps has the license for wrestling, and they are cranking out wrestling. They already have another new product that's dropping this week, for pre-order this week as well. Like they already had Universe, and now they have another one that's gonna be coming out. Not Matt. Gosh, dang it! I just looked at it this morning. I
It's not
forgot it.
Chrome.
No, it's not Chrome. Oh, because Chrome, I got allocated some, thank God. I got some blaster boxes, two cases of blasters, which I'm fired up about because I
Nice.
want to open up
Yes.
one full case.
Yep.
Um, but no, there's another one coming out. There's gonna be more bigger patches and stuff like that. It's gonna be similar to Universe. Now that Topps has the allocation or the rights to it, like I had said to you months ago, it'll be flooded with WWE cards here pretty quick.
Nice.
But yeah, no, Panini doesn't have much
Do
of
they have
anything.
is Panini AEW or is that
No,
Tops?
that's Upper Deck as well.
Oh, Upper Deck. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Upper Deck
has
has that too.
Panini went from Tops, Panini, Upper Deck to now they're down there with Upper Deck.
Correct.
But Upper Deck has the name recognition from being around forever, so they might slightly be above them in name recognition.
Well, in hockey, there are some incredible rookies right now, so it's making Series 2 sales go through the roof, and then Update comes out pretty soon. It's kind of like what they do with baseball is Series 1, 2 Update. That's when all the rookies are in there for Update, and they have that going to be coming out, and that's going to have some big boys in there. So Upper Deck is going to surpass Panini here pretty quick. The
Wow.
only thing Upper Deck doesn't do is have like super rad case hits. Like Panini still has rad case hits, which I'm incredibly interested to see what happens in the card market with like downtowns and kabooms to see what happens with that because those ones are going to be unlicensed now, and we're going to see if people still take to them as well as they did prior.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Wow.
yeah, man. Lots of stuff is happening in the trading card world. So much stuff is happening in the trading card world.
And I saw you put on Instagram, it was like last week sometime that Target is now making specific rip areas or something. What is this?
Yeah, so Target, after all these years, after all the big boom and everything else like that, Target has now announced that in 2020, at the end of 2026, going into 2027, they're basically going to be remodeling an area in in their stores dedicated to cards. So they're going to expand their sports card and trading cards area to carry more for the customers. It's it's a long time coming. Honestly, it's a long time
Yeah.
coming. The problem is though, is that for one, retail is getting more expensive. Two, it just, hey man, anywhere customers can get product, go for it. That's the biggest thing for me. It takes the fun out of ripping cards, though. It allows the scalpers to go in there and still try to clear stuff out. And if they do hobby boxes, like I had said in my thing on Instagram, good luck. Because I know when we buy boxes, we can buy them wholesale. And we're buying boxes out there for, $400. And on pre-release, they're $1,000. We're like, hell yeah, like what a profit. This can be crazy. Opening day releases on it, and all of a sudden it's a $450 product or $550 product. I'm like, all right, little bit of margin there, and then the next day it's down, and so it's good luck for them trying to manage that part of it. Um, I'm all about the hobby, man. If you can find more product out and about like that, great. Like it's not going to take away from a shop like mine where you can come in and get a personal conversation and chat about your cards and sell your cards and do all that stuff, and our prices are the same. Like our prices aren't any higher than what theirs would be. You lose the experience of a local card shop, and I understand local card shops have a stigma right now. They buy for less, they treat people like crap, blah blah blah. That's not mine. That's
Some.
not my card
Some.
shop.
I can
So
name two that don't do that.
yeah, no, exactly, exactly. So, anyways, yes, Target is going to be doing it. They are going to be expanding their sports card stuff. I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't reach out to some card shop owners to see like their input or bring them up on to try to handle that side of it.
That's what I was gonna say. Like on one hand, what you were saying, it's cool. Maybe it'll get people in the hobby, or if like the younger generation, mom or dad are in Target, and oh, hey, my kid likes Bubba. Like I'll get this box because I can. Now they're kind of you got to go in and look for them in places now, so they're dedicated spot. Maybe they'll get out there more. But then on the flip side of that, hopefully it will do what you said is okay if that's where you start, then now as you get into it and stuff like that, then you'll be like, well, what can I do now? And you'll Google DJs or rhinos, and then you'll find a hobby shop, and that'll help grow
Exactly.
it from there.
Exactly. And there's no shade on anything like that, man. Again, if it's going to bring more eyes to the hobby and have more people out there wanting to rip and have fun, I think that's great. I think one of the things I actually just thought that one of the videos I need to make is expectations with retail and hits with it. Because there's a lot of individuals that will go out there and go buy 10 boxes of blasters and they're, $40 each, $35 each, whatever it is like that. And a hobby box may cost $500, but the hobby box you're guaranteed an auto, a memorabilia, something of that nature. Well, they'll buy $400 worth of retail boxes, not get crap and be like, this product sucks. I didn't get anything. It's the odds. The odds in retail are significantly less than what you're going to get in a guaranteed hobby box.
But
So,
also the experience of talking to guys
oh
like you
yeah,
or all the guys at DJs, like that adds more value to it. And the fact of going into a shop, seeing the single cards or what else is out there, like that's to me cool that Target's doing that. Awesome if to build like your base set, or if you're bored and you just want to buy some cards, maybe you get something good, maybe not, but hopefully it helps build and add into then people branching out to hobby shops.
yep, absolutely. It's all going to be good for the hobby, regardless. It'll be good for the hobby.
All right, I'm gonna tell you my weekend.
All right, go for it.
So Saturday, you remember the movie Stand By Me?
Of course.
Of course. So Saturday at the Paramount, we're showing Stand By Me. Will Wheaton, Corey Feldman, and Jerry O'Connell are all there. So
Okay.
after the movie, they're on stage doing a Q&A thing. The best part was we do set up all this stuff. We're getting ready to do briefing. And when I go up there, I'm not kidding you. This is what a cool guy Jerry O'Connell is. Doors aren't open. It's just the employees bar setting up all this stuff. This dude's just out there cruising around, talking to people working there for like 20 something minutes, just shaking hands, asking questions, all this, or answering questions, all this stuff. So my boy Nate, everyone, we all circle up for briefing to do the rundown and all that. So when Nate yells, okay, circle up for briefing, dude turns around and is like, hey, you mind if I hang out? Like, I have a picture I'll send you. And everyone's like, Nate's like, yeah, cool. And so then as everyone's out walking, they're like, what the fuck is Jerry O'Connell doing in our? And so I'm next to him and I'm like, hey, is it cool if I take a picture? He was like, yeah, but don't be upset with me. And I was like, okay. So I'll send you a picture. I'm on this side and I take a picture and he is totally giving me this like evil, why the fuck are you picturing me
Yeah,
look,
that's dope.
to the point when it was after, like I went up to it, but he was like, was that good? Did I look pissed off? I was like, yeah. He's like, good. I was like, are you sure? He was like, oh yeah, I just thought it was funny that because like other people were taking his picture, so he purposely did it for me because like my employee is doing briefing. Why the fuck am I taking his picture? So he was totally giving us
Sure.
this mean muggle. It
Oh,
was
that's
great. It
rad.
was so funny.
That's rad.
So then we'll get to the UFC in a minute, but so then Omar's doing his after party at Ozzy's. So when this thing's over, long day, all stuff, and I text him and I had already told him, hey, if you guys are still there when I'm done, I'll come by. If not, cool. So I like Ozzy's. I've only been to Ozzy's a couple times during the day. Normal dive bar, the best breakfast sandwich I've ever had. I hit him up. He doesn't answer. He's busy, whatever. Hit Herman up. Ed's like, yeah, man, but we're going to leave in a little bit. Where are you? I was like, oh, I'm on the way. All right, we'll wait. I get there. Dude, we're of an age that it is one of those places that I don't want to be here. Like I said, I'm when I was at Buffalo Wild Wings and, me and Tim are having a conversation across two tables because everyone
Yeah.
can hear. You walk in, there's a karaoke thing going on here. Back there's a DJ. You go up the stairs where Omar, like, it's all roped off for our stuff, but there's another karaoke thing up there, and it's just lights, and like I'm literally yelling to talk that you could. No shade on Joe. Joe was probably exhausted. Could have been a long day, but you could also tell Joe was the same mindset you and I were. Like he he's leaving as soon as he can.
Yeah, I shouldn't be here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know. Omar hit me up too. I was supposed to go. Caleb won the tickets to go down there. And I chose responsibility of being up at my shop and having a fantastic day instead of going. I see all the photos and yeah, Omar, same thing. You got to be down here. I
No, no.
don't.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
don't.
well, that's what I said. I when I was leaving, because like so Sunday at 8 a.m. I had a tee off time for our first golf tournament. So I said the highs, hellos, and talks all that. So that when I'm leaving, I tell Omar, like we hug, and I'm like, hey, I'm happy for all your success. I'm sorry I couldn't be here earlier. And he grabbed me. He's like, dude, you came. I don't care if you came in and said hi and then left. Who cares? You came. That's all I care about. But like, look at this. And I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm on the ride. Like, let's go. And so then leave. Yesterday, our first golf tournament, me and Michael start off so good. And then what was funny was the guys we got paired with were our age, our handicap. Like, we couldn't have been teamed up with better guys. We thought, and they thought, a best ball tournament means you tee off, I tee off, whoever has the best drive. Well, now we're going from there, so forth, so forth. No. You golf normal, just at the end of the hole, whoever had the best ball, that score wins. We didn't realize this until we're already going. Same with the other guys. About hole 5 or 6, like, dude, I fell apart. And then I did that thing where I was in my head the whole time. And like,
Yeah.
the one cool thing about golf is like the other guys could tell. And so they were like, hey man, like we get it. We've all been there. Like, do your thing, and I'd have a good drive. And then I literally on a par 5 got a fucking 8 on one of them.
No.
I think I got a 10. Like, I fell apart. Now I'm feeling bad for Michael, all this stuff. And nope, Michael's such a good dude. He gives zero fucks. We literally tied for dead last out of 63 teams. Or no,
Ooh.
excuse me, 30. There were 62 players, so 31 teams. We
Yeah.
came in dead last. Michael
Yeah.
could give zero fucks. He's like, who cares? We're on the board. This was fun. Like, it was a nice day. Like, this was awesome.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning. I still feel like shit for fucking losing. Oh, it was so bad. It was fun as fuck, but it was so bad. But I
Yeah.
told him that we're gonna find a time and a day when I'm gonna pick him up and head up towards you so we can all golf together.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. We got our lessons today. We're trying.
Nice. So what'd you think of the fight card? It was a lot better than it was on paper, it wasn't that good. Watching it, pretty damn good fights.
Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic fights. Yeah, I'm glad Macy Barber's okay because that was one of the dopest knockout submissions I've ever seen in my
Ever.
life.
Ever.
I thought, Grasa, it's like, if it wasn't for Valentina Shevchenko, I don't think she would ever like lose a belt. Like, she's insane. Um, it's too bad for Chase Hooper.
Chase Hoover. Yeah.
Yeah, that was too bad. I thought, getting knocked down from your hometown. Chiesa, I will tell you that fight really bummed me out because of the fact that I don't think Nico wanted to be in there at all. I think he wanted to retire, and I think he wanted to be done. Like, I just don't think he really went in there to fight. When Chiesa got him down, he's like,
Yeah.
meh,
Okay.
I'll take the sub real
I
quick. I
did
want
notice
to take
that
off my
too.
gloves. And then they did him super dirty by not allowing him to say anything on the microphone after the Chiesa's moment. But fights were good. Izzy looked okay until he didn't.
Yeah.
Um, I think the thing where like Dan is saying, like, he looked good, he looked fast, he didn't look like Izzy, like the Izzy of old. And obviously age and wars and everything like that catch up with you. So I respect that, and he's still Israel Adesanya, who's fun to watch, you know. Um, but yeah, Joe Pyfer. I'm interested to see what happens when he's in there with a dude who can swing, who can get in there and swing with him at that top 5 because he does fight low hands, kind of like Artem, like we talked about with it, like fun and entertaining, super dope, but low hands, and I think getting caught is going to be something going to be interesting to see what happens. But a good fight card, bro, great fights.
Yeah. I
Yeah, I
did.
was happy. I was
That's what
watching them
all
at the
the
shop.
going into it, people saying, if Izzy loses, he's done. But my brain's like, there's not a chance in hell the UFC is cutting him. Like, if he decides he's done, cool. That dude could be, he's one of those guys, he could end up on a 4 or 5 fight losing streak. The UFC is not cutting a guy like that.
No, so that's gonna be the thing, right? It's like the John Jones effect with it. Well, where they will sign him to like another 5 fights. He has no intention of fighting 5 more fights, but he'll never get to go to another organization.
Yeah.
Now, and that's the other thing too, is that they will offer him the fights, 3 fights per year. And if they don't get him the fights, then they have to pay him. Bro, they have no issue with paying Izzy, for the rest of his time under his contract. They have no issue with that.
Yeah. And did
Yeah.
you know that there's oh, now I can't remember what it's called, but uh, Brendan Schaub was saying on his podcast, there's a clause in the contract. If they offer you a fight and you turn it down, it automatically adds another 6 months to your contract because they offered you a fight. You said no. So it's kind of a knock on you that, okay, like now it extends your contract. That's why these guys end up being like extended in there or in there for so long that like if they say no, just keeps extending your contract because UFC business wise, we offered you a fight,
Yeah.
you said no.
So
So
is John Jones just a lifer then? Because
that's
that guy has to say no to fights all year, every year.
that's
I mean,
that's where that's what led into the conversation that I'm saying is the fact that or when he said yes to Tom for the 30 million, they got him 30 million, then he said no, like that's what keeps extending people's contracts and stuff, I guess. Which that's kind of nuts. But then on the other hand of that, like we've talked, I feel if I think even if you're the champ, if they offer you a fight, take the fight. That's what you're in this for. Whether you know, look, this dude's gonna beat my ass. Like maybe you catch him, maybe you don't, but also you're in the fight game. I think turning down fights, you're number 5 and they offer you number 13, you're in the fight game. If you're
right,
number 5 and he's number 13, then this shouldn't come out of the first round and go prove your point and then start
right.
calling for title shots and shit. But when they offer you fight, I don't think people should be able to say no or I don't want that fight. And case in point, we both work for Koga or with Koga. I again, same thing. If hey, we have this fight lined up, like let's take this. I think if you want to be in this game, saying no now, even in the smaller organizations,
Yeah,
isn't going to help you down the long run. You should be
yeah,
saying, yeah, whether this guy's going to beat you or not, find a way to win or go learn. Like there should be no in the fight game.
yeah. No, I agree with you. Well, you said it, like no fight in the fight, no in the fight game. What about Haynes like this weekend, right? So like no, not saying no in the fight game. The man goes up to this big stage against a killer. He doesn't say no at all, bro.
No.
Like he steps in the cage and does his thing. Like not the outcome that any of us all wanted who was on his side rooting for him, but he doesn't say no to fights. He gets in there with big opportunities and he fights a guy that's going to be in the UFC.
Yeah.
100% going to be in the UFC and gets that experience from it. Like you can't take anything away from a loss like that whatsoever. What you take away from that is the experience. Is you
Yes.
get that experience from it. But holy shit, man! Like not saying no. Same thing that you're talking about. A 5 against a 13. Okay, I'm gonna have to beat this guy when he's in the top five. Once I have the championship too. Let's just beat his ass now and
Yeah.
knock him back down a couple more ranks.
And
Same
adding
thing.
adding to that, we met Haynes on this show and all that. Like it brought more eyeballs to his fight. So as the organization, it brought more eyeballs to his fight as his brand, as to him not saying no, taking whatever fights, come at him, brings more eyes and attention to you. So again, saying no shouldn't be an option.
No, look at Talon, bro.
Oh,
Eddie's doing some work. Talon's gonna be fighting down in Long Beach now.
yep.
Talon goes in there and beats Hoyt, submits Hoyt. Now his next fight's going to be in Long Beach, California, in another organization down there under the bright lights. Talon's getting another option, not saying no. He's taking it,
Yep.
right? Like this is great. This is great, and that's what MMA. Again, I don't fight. I'm an overweight old dude who's not interested in getting in there and getting kicked in my face by any of these things. I'm just a talking head. My opinion with it though is if you want to be big in this, you don't turn down fights, man. You
Yeah.
take the hard fights and you learn from them if you lose, right? You have an amateur career that you can fall back on saying like I took all the hard fights and this set me up for my pro. Um I know for a fact I talk with some pros and they turn down fights left and right and I'm like, "Holy cow, like what are we doing, man?" Like you got to get in there and get this experience, but they get scared to lose the O or get another, defeat. And dude, I respect it. Again, I'm not the one in there getting fucking punched in the face, so I respect and understand that. You look at the mentality of some of these boys who are in there, the big league, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't care who I fight. I'm gonna have to fight them eventually. Let's just fight them now.
Yeah. That's yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And
And
that's,
Jonathan Haynes, kudos to you, brother. Kudos to you for
100%.
getting in there and making that goddamn walk. Awesome job to Eddie to being a fantastic manager of getting Talon a fight right away and getting Jonathan Haynes on A1. I actually got Fight Pass just to be able to watch that. So like kudos to Jonathan for making that damn walk. Hopefully we get to see him in the Coca cage because I want to sit ringside and watch that ruthless aggression that man brings.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
Yep.
Absolutely love to see it.
Yep. Okay. Now let's switch to
Switching
WWE
gears.
coming into WrestleMania.
Yeah.
there's like I have the card in front of me that we'll talk about. But did you watch Monday?
Hmm.
Roman and
Punk.
CM Punk went at it, and Yeet Boy had to get involved, and
Opening card, Jey
it,
Uso. Go ahead.
like
Yep.
yeah, I'm telling you,
Oh my God, I love this Yeet Boy now. Man, how
dude,
the mighty have fallen.
100%,
I
100%.
love every
No,
second.
I have no problem
Is he
saying it.
looking bad on the mic now too as well? Bro, he is looking so bad in every situation they put him in.
Yeah, yeah,
Every
like
situation, how the mighty have fallen. Like, whew, they
yeah,
don't even have him coming out of the crowd anymore. He's
we
just coming
know
out
we
of the
know
entrance.
I was driving the train. I was full board hard on driving the train.
Yeah,
Royal Rumble
yeah.
pissed me off with the fucking that Yeet shit taking too long. And then the botches when they were with Otis, and now it's just like why focus the tag team division's dying. Focus on that. You don't need to be involving yourself in this. And again, we're not the story writers, I get it, but there's
Well,
no
maybe.
need.
Go ahead.
Yeah, fair, fair. There's no need for him to be out there sticking up for the family. At this point, that's Roman's job. It's what Roman should be doing. Now, when they were out there and they were going at it with CM Punk, I was thinking, oh, is this one of those ones Roman's not there and that's why they're doing this and it'll lead to something. Well, then when Roman came out, I was like, if Roman's been here the whole time, why are we wasting time with these two guys? But Roman attacks CM Punk, and it it felt to me like it was almost B version of when Randy attacked Cody. Like Randy attacked Cody, we were like, holy shit, this one happened. And it was like, cool, Roman's upset and he puts CM Punk through a table. Yay. Like, what?
Yeah, but you see the difference in the storylines, right? Like we talk about those storylines where they're at your house and they're filming Orton, right? We talk about like that ruthless aggression, like this, that crazy, like, beating the shit out of him. Behind the scenes is going crazy. You look at oh my God, the werewolf and
Oh, Jacob and Drew.
yeah, behind the scenes, crazy, falling off of tall ass things and going through cars, right? Then you have CM Punk and Roman. Like that's where WWE is so stagnant because they're not continuing it with all of these guys.
Yeah.
Like people are excited to see what Drew McIntyre is going to do when he comes out, see where he's going to be. Is he going to jump somebody at an autograph signing, right? Who's Orton talking to on the phone? And they're all of a sudden doing a thing at his house like they did back in the day with Stone Cold and all those guys. It again, we don't need opening card Jey Uso. We don't need the Yeet Machine. We don't need his brother, who's even more irrelevant than he is, to come out there and do anything. It's if they're there, hit the Tribal Chief music, go out there and have your thing because they're both really good on the mic. I'm just tired of hearing them on the mic. Like it's boring.
You think so? See, I think rather than how that went, it should have been another just them talking, building that tension. Like, are they
How
gonna
many
and
weeks in a
not
row do
have
we
them
need that
touch
though?
until we get what?
How many weeks in a row do you need that? Like we already heard him say, "I'm going to bury you like your dad." We already
Yeah,
heard him say all of this stuff like that. What, 3 weeks in a row? We want to hear them talking to each other?
but we got to build to WrestleMania. So, like, okay, so tonight when they do it, so let me guess what happens. CM Punk's gonna get his revenge and he's gonna attack Roman. Like we know that's Whereas if they maybe even don't do the single talk, do single promos. I don't care. But I think it would have been better if had you had these guys not get physical until the Rumble or until WrestleMania.
Yeah, but we got to see them in matches too. Like that's the other thing. Like they have them out there talking, fighting each other, and so they
Yeah,
don't have to
fair.
do any matches. Like I want to see the championship. I want to see the champion fight, even if it's in a tag team with Roman and he picks opening card Jey Uso or something like that
Fair.
to fight him. Something. See these guys wrestle a little bit would be nice. Not just chit chatting and then back to the dressing rooms.
That's fair.
I'm not excited for that one. I'm excited for the Cody Rhodes, Randy
Wait,
Orton.
hold on.
Sorry.
Because you said the Randy Orton. Who do you think is on the phone to?
Dude, I don't know. Who in his
It it
bloodline
it,
could actually be
it
could that
really
be?
is. It really is like a rather than the masked man mystery. This really is.
Yeah,
Who the fuck is he talking to?
exactly.
I'm curious if it's Kevin Owens.
Yeah, but I mean, he said you're not yours family is not the only one with like there's multiple. What did he say? Damn, that line was dope. Like about like
Oh, the
there's
royal
more than one
yeah.
like royal
So
family in
yeah,
WWE. Yeah,
that's
but I
very
look
true.
at it, and I'm like, what Orton is wrestling in any other organization?
Yeah,
Like that's
because
what I'm
not his
trying to
dad.
figure out.
But who else? Like who else could it? Who else could it be that like you could say Natty, but we know it's not Natty because that's not going to help. That's not going to do anything for that match. So like
No.
that's who else could it be that their family? Maybe they're not related to Orton, but they're related to someone out here. Like who
I know
else
that's a
could
good
it be?
thought. That is a good thought. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going down the rabbit hole of trying to figure it out because I'm going to be excited. I want it to be something fun, but I really, really, really want Orton to win. I don't care about the bridge giving the belt to Cody just to give it to Orton. I don't care. I don't care
As long
about
as
that.
Orton ends up with it, that's all I care
As
about.
long as Orton ends up with it, like
Yep.
that's all I care about. I think
Yep.
that is his time. I think he deserves it. I don't think he has much time left, and I would love to see him with the belt.
Yep. Okay, so we just said that. So WrestleMania, Roman and Punk, we don't really care. I think
Well, wait a second. Well, sorry. Let's reverse real quick and talk about who the host is now of WrestleMania. Starting off, kicking off WrestleMania. Do you see who the host is of
no,
WrestleMania this year?
no,
Well, you won't be able to see him because he's invisible on TV. It's John Cena.
nuh-uh.
Yes, yes. Fresh off retiring from the in-ring competition, John Cena was announced the official host for WrestleMania 42.
Nope. Trash.
No, no,
Should have
no.
had Danhausen be the host.
Bro, that. Thank you. I was gonna say the same thing. Why are we not bringing that? You were right. You were 1,000% correct. I was like, Dan Hauser, who the fuck is this guy? Like you, ah, Gus, love it.
Dude,
Love every single bit
yeah.
about that. I don't even know if that man can wrestle. I don't know if he is a wrestler or not. Holy shit, is he good? Every single promo he does with everybody, the Stone Cold Steve, looking for the trailers, bro, and wanted to put his face on it was killing me. Anyways, sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's
Wanted to go backwards just to tell you that, yeah, yeah, Cena was announced the host of it. Ah, so lame.
lame.
Could
That's
have used
trash. No, I
Danhausen.
didn't know that. That's
Would have
trash.
been so rad to do that.
But there's speculation that we'll get to on why Danhausen may not be. Uh CM Punk and Roman. I
Yep.
I kind of feel like Punk has to win.
Yes.
What good's
It's
it
his
gonna do? What
WrestleMania
good's it gonna
moment.
do well, yeah, you give him WrestleMania moment. What good's it gonna do to have Roman win?
None.
But CM Punk wins, then what? Where do we go from
I
there?
agree. I agree with you. Then what? What do you do? Do you wait for Kevin Owens and CM Punk? Because God, that'd be a banger. Like
Yeah.
that'd be so much fun to see Kevin Owens come back against him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But then again, if it's Roman, that then what? Like that's the problem with it
Yeah.
right now is that you have two guys that, it's kind of like meh. All
Yeah.
right, CM
Yeah.
Punk, it's fun, you're back, it's cool. But
And
we have
the
so many big dudes who are coming through right now that I'd love to see be champion.
the opposite of Cody and Randy, Cody wins trash. Randy wins. Oh, we're off to the races because
Oh,
anyone can step up. Randy will make them look good. Like this is why Randy needs to win above all because then it will do nothing but him doesn't need his legacy belt, but for him, he'll take a dude fresh off NXT. He'll take a legend. Jericho could come back and challenge him, and we'd be for it. Like that's why Randy needs to
yeah,
win because it will do so much to reignite that belt. Drew could decide he wants to come and go against Randy. Like it will do so much if Randy wins that.
absolutely. The feuds that could happen with him are, yeah, RKO comes out of nowhere. God, I love Randy Orton. Yeah,
Yes.
oh, dude, I'm telling you, like the devastation is going to be if they have the golden child, Cody Hogan, win this one again. Like, man, that's gonna be such a bummer.
Yep.
I hope they
Uh,
don't. But
yeah.
that's the problem with WWE. You just never know, like what's written in the contract of how long they can do stuff. Yeah,
We say I hope they don't. I didn't see them taking it off Drew and giving it to Cody on a SmackDown. Like what are we doing? Calm down. Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley for the championship.
Rio.
100% I agree. I think they're going to let Jade do it because they need she she's nothing. She's irrelevant. She to some she looks good being there. I don't think she was that big of a get when they got her. I think Rhea's going to make her look like $1 million. She's going to beat Rhea, and they're going to hopefully go off of that with her. But I agree with you, Rhea. Like Rhea wins.
So the only way I see Rhea not winning this belt is if Bianca comes back and she meant to engage with Jade and it screws over Rhea because she's trying to engage with Jade and
Okay,
Jade
that's
gets the
fair.
dub.
That's
And
fair.
that's how you bring Bianca back to start the to start the fight with Jade Cargill because you have to take the belt off of her eventually, right? She's
Yeah,
not going to, break all these records from the other women. Um, but you have Bianca come back, and Bianca's been doing a lot more commercials, a lot more press stuff, so she's obviously getting ready to be back. Um, I think that you have Bianca come back at WrestleMania, because that's the only way. Because if it's just a straight up one-on-one happens, Rhea beats Jade 10 out of 10
10 out
times.
of 10 times. Yeah. The women's champ or wait, the women's world championship is Stephanie Valcor versus Liv Morgan. We both
Yeah,
agree. Liv.
100%.
Give Liv the belt. Let's go.
They
Let's move
need to
on.
re they, yeah, they need to re-elevate the belt again and
Yeah.
re and live. Every time that I've seen them, people get like injured and drop the belt. They've came back and come back and win the belt.
Yeah. Yep. Uh I'm kind of excited for Brock Lesnar and Obi. I think Brock's gonna do business and make Obi look real good and let him win.
Well, I believe he has to. If he gets beat by Brock, it slows down the momentum. Beating somebody like Lesnar at WrestleMania, you see what it does for even the tribal chief, right? So like that whole storyline with that, what that did by beating Brock, it was massive. Seth Rollins, massive. Obo Fenum does that. That's big, dude.
Yeah.
That's big. And they're doing it the right way, like we were talking about with it. If he comes back, he has to destroy Brock Lesnar. Dude, he's destroying Brock. It's so rad that Brock is selling the shit out of this for him,
Yeah.
for this man.
Yeah.
And you got Izzy walking in the UFC, doing the open. He's
Ugh.
everywhere right now. He's so over. If he doesn't do this, this is the LA Night all over again,
Yeah.
all over again. Super over with everybody. The crowd loves him. They're chanting. You're getting it all going, and then they would squash him if they don't let him beat Lesnar, and
Yeah.
not just beat Lesnar. I want that power bomb again, bro. I want
Yeah.
that like just that bam, that massive power bomb to Lesnar.
And it would be cool if it was when Goldberg and Lesnar went at it and it wasn't much of a match, it was just big man stuff. I would like this one to be a match. Like I don't want him to come in and just 3 minutes beats up Brock and moves on. Like, no, let's have a back and forth. Let's look like Obi's gonna lose, and then he comes back and like let's have a fucking wrestling match here.
This match isn't more than 5 minutes.
You don't think?
No, it's the opener. I don't know if it's the opener. I don't know if it's the opener. I feel like it will be the opener because it's Brock,
Yeah.
and Brock wants to get in and get out. I feel like that's going to set the stage for WrestleMania that Oba wins. I don't see this match being more than 5 minutes. I see a big powerhouse moves because they're two big boys in there. Brock sells the shit out of his moves. He hits Oba with an F5 that he gets out of, and that takes up the time. I no more than 5 minutes for this match.
Fair, fair. And then again, because they're clearly the Matrix is listening to us, we called it. Drew McIntyre or Jacob are doing an unsanctioned match.
Of course,
We
of
called
course.
that.
Bro, we basically set the WrestleMania card. We basically set the WrestleMania card. I mean, realistically, you look back at this top to bottom. You don't talk about the Hall of Fame Psycho Sid getting in there, right? Dennis Rodman came out of left field for me. That was a
That was
bit
stupid. I'll say it. It
obnoxious.
was stupid. I'm a Rodman
Yeah,
fan.
that
It's
was
stupid.
that was dumb. But like Liv Morgan, everybody that we are talking about with are like, holy shit. The one that I don't like is Sami Zayn.
Oh, that's the next one. Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams.
Yeah,
But I think they put Trick over and put that belt on him.
why not? That dude is a freaking phenom.
And
He's good.
Sammy's done enough. I don't think you would argue. Eventually Hall of Fame,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah, eventually Hall of Fame. Yeah, eventually Hall of Fame.
So that's
If
why
you
he doesn't need
squash
that belt.
Trick in this,
That's
like,
why I'm not saying squash him, but that's what I'm saying. Cool, Sammy has the belt. Like that's awesome. All that. Sammy doesn't need a belt. Sammy can go in and be Sammy. He can be a champ, a tag, just getting beat up in the back. Does Sammy? Sammy. We love Sammy. Hall of Fame. He doesn't need
yeah,
that belt. Sammy can make guys look good. He makes Trick look good. Trick gets that belt. Boom.
I agree.
Yep. And then AJ Lee versus Becky for the women's intercontinental. That what I really for either girl. I it's kind of like the Roman CM Punk thing. I don't who wins and what does it do when they win for that belt for them. Like what are we doing with the storylines? But I kind of think what you told me about Becky wanting to take some time off, all that stuff. I think they have AJ win. Becky goes away for a while. AJ
Yeah.
does her thing for a while, and eventually Becky comes back.
Yeah. Or bring Natty in, which I never thought in a million years that I would say that. Bring Natty in. I don't know if she's on that show. Bring her in and let her dominate the winner at the end of it and like set
Be
something up
killer.
for that Monday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because you have to find somebody with new blood. You have to do something because they both said AJ Lee's not a full timer. She's going to be on there, as much as she can currently, but this isn't for a long time. She's here for a good time, not a long time situation. And Becky wants to take some time off and potentially have another child, which is freaking dope. So like, what do, man? You got to get this on. You got to let these other girls get built up.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And then there's two rumored matches, which I think maybe tonight they'll say whether they are or not, is the Usos versus Seth Rollins and a partner, or the Usos versus The Miz and Danhausen.
Interesting. Hmm.
That's why I'm like, wait, so which I'm not knocking it, but we're just gonna have a tag match. Aren't the Usos the champs right now? Like what? What?
Yeah.
And Danhausen
Oh,
and Miz are
dude,
what?
you want to talk about tag champs? What about Damian Priest and Ron Killings getting
Yeah,
the
right,
freaking belt?
right. Let's go.
And you got any, that's the thing that we keep talking about, right? The stuff that nobody expects to happen all of a sudden is happening. And even Damien didn't even expect it. That dude's sitting in the corner like, wait, did we just win?
Yeah.
What the hell? Did we just win this? You know,
The
it's yeah,
the
dude. It's that type of stuff keeps fans excited. It keeps us
yeah,
going like, oh shit, we need to tune in because we don't know what's going to happen. Like
and
we know
that's how
what's
it
going
was
to happen for the
when we
majority
were
tonight.
little, and that's how it was.
Yeah,
Like we need to bring that
exactly.
back. Yeah.
Exactly. I love it.
And the other one, again, as of right now, it's rumored, but we called it Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
Correct.
Let's go.
Yep. They had to do it. They had to do it. Yeah, and I think that is the best way to get Finn Balor like back up in the top main because the dude's a main eventer. He's good.
Yeah.
The guy's really good. Like I love yeah, his in ring is fantastic. So, you know what's weird? I think about him completely sideways with this one, but like Ricochet. Like Ricochet was like so rad up in the top with stuff. Do you remember him in there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that was him and like Finn Balor and things like that. Like those types of guys just don't get the big pushes after they have won the big push, and then after that it's like meh. Like we'll
Yeah.
throw you mid card. We'll bring up somebody like Jey Uso, things like that.
Yeah.
Like I think it's time though. I think it's time for Finn, and I think he needs to use the demon more and have some fun with it.
Yeah. I Finn had, when we all wrestling's fake, blah blah. To me, Finn Balor has the one finisher. Tell me how that's fake. How the hell does the dude stop gravity when he's putting both his feet in someone's chest? Like that, it's not fake. I mean, clearly they do it in a safe way, but also like this is gravity and physics. Like this happens. Like he has like the most realistic, like what the fuck finisher?
Yeah, and when you see like behind the scenes thing and the people talk about like what finisher do you not want to take, they never say Finn's. So obviously it doesn't hurt them
Yeah,
like a power bomb does, like the Gunther power bomb. People are like, dude, I don't want to do that. Like that
yeah,
that power bomb sucks. And yeah, but somehow this man leaps off the top ropes, both feet down on their stomach or chest, and somehow doesn't just crush them every single time.
yeah. It's
Super
amazing.
impressive.
It's amazing. LA Knight's not on the goddamn card as of right now. What? What?
I know. I don't know who he pissed off in the back, but he did something. He did something to creative to piss them off because he's not anywhere to be found again. His face is off all the trucks. They got the most like people who aren't even on the shows right now too, like on the trucks, and he's nowhere to be found on there, dude.
Yeah.
LA Knight again, they've taken him off of like live TV for what he should be doing, bro. It's just ridiculous. It's so frustrating unless he comes out and interferes like the one of the matches at WrestleMania, which I don't think they're gonna ever gonna do that. But
What I
I
was
think
thinking is they're gonna do him and Seth versus Austin Theory and Logan.
yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't like that, but I think that's like what are we gonna do? We're gonna do Seth and Logan. Like, what's that gonna do? Or they're gonna do Seth and Logan. Austin gets involved, so LA Knight gets involved. Something like that is
Yeah.
what I think is gonna happen.
It is funny though how we were talking about like the vision crumbling because everybody's injured and everything like that. And we're like, they have to bring back Brock and they have to bring Paul Heyman with Brock. Here he comes. Brock,
Yeah.
Paul Heyman, like the whole thing happens with it. Like it had to happen that way. Because yeah, I mean, they should stop calling it the vision. But of course, when they do that, then what do you do with Logan Paul? What do you do with Austin Theory? Because Austin Theory again he's not over with the fans at all. He's actually over with them in a very bad way.
Yeah. But yeah, but also he never was over. Even when McMahon was trying to shove him down our throats, like I never was. Yeah, out there, I was like, who the what? Who's this? What? Get out of
Yeah,
here!
I'm like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah,
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 exactly right.
yeah. What you got going on this weekend?
What do I have going on this weekend? Nothing.
No
Nothing this
card shows,
weekend.
nothing.
Nothing. Be
Taking a
inside the
break.
shop, doing my thing.
When's
Yeah,
the
that's
next
about it.
card show?
There is a card show that's going to be happening in April 11th and 12th. I think it's Front Row Card Show, which we don't set up at anymore.
Yeah,
Contemplating going to that one. I don't really know if I want to do that because there's a card show every single weekend now, and I get messages and DMs to go to these card shows. So I don't know. I got to kind of look and see what April is, and it's getting that to that point where I got to plan it out. So I'll check that out and kind of see. We'll have our April schedule out pretty quick here.
nice, nice.